If you're hopping on, guys, hi. My computer has decided to do an update. Let's see if I can get that up here. So we may be starting a minute or two late. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can get this a little bit straighter. It's going to be one of those times. I'm just going to have to live with how it's almost there, right? Oh, wrong way. I think that may be good enough for government work here. Okay. All right. I'm going to live with that. All right. So it is just about 6:30, and this is Tuesday, and that means it's time for another episode of Tiger Stamp Club Live, where we make great cards. And I have another great card for you tonight. Let's see. Did anything? Oh, yeah. Big winter storm came in, and I spent Saturday and Sunday on the couch watching TV, not doing a whole lot of anything else. And actually kind of enjoyed that. And then I drove to work yesterday and today, and the roads were all nice and clear. And so, yeah, survived the winter storm. And yeah, so that's the big news of what's been happening to me. Let me just see who all is joining us. I see Jill. Thank you, Jill. Yes, the joys of technology. Just when I turned on my laptop, it said update in progress. I was like, oh, great. That's right. Hi, Linda. Hi, Liz. Gloria. Barbara. Jen Beeler. Molly. Hi, Molly. Hi, Diana. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for sharing. Remember, if you share tonight's video, your name will go in twice for the card that I'm making tonight. And it's a pretty simple card in my terms. You know, I like all the stuff. This has just enough stuff, though. let me quickly go over the announcements for today. The product of the month is this stamp set called Fabulous Sayings, and we're going to be using a sentiment from this set tonight on our card. How do you get the product of the month? You put in an order of $75, and then you can buy this for $5. So if you're going to be spending that much anyway, you might as well get this really nice stamp set for $5. Bonus days is almost over. Can you believe it? We're getting to the end of January and the beginning of February. For every $50 you spend during bonus days, Stampin' Up! Will send you a $5 off coupon code that you can use and combine and put towards any order in February. Well, beginning February 3rd. And it's a fun time. You might as well get a little back, right? So let's talk about this card that we're going to do tonight. This is being cased from one of the Stampin' Up! Artisans. Her name is Andrea Sargent, and I forget where she's from. I'll look that up later. But I think they were doing a color challenge, which they had to use this color of peach pie. And so that's why the peach is highlighted on this card. But also she's using these really cute ladybug embellishments, and I thought, I haven't shown that yet. People need to see these ladybugs. They're so cute. And then we're going to do a little bit of watercoloring, just a wash, and we're going to try and create an ombre effect, so where it's darker here and lighter as you go down. And then we're going to use two of these large leaf die cuts. That's just makes it so easy to make a really cool card. I know I'm not using Birdians tonight. This is Andrea Sargent, but I can't remember where she's from, so I'll look that up. So that's where we're headed tonight. Let me set that right there, and then let's talk about. I didn't put this back in here. We're going to be using Nature's Symphonies bundle tonight. And really, we're only going to be using the dies. And this one die, this large leaf die, it just is so easy to use and make a great card with it. And there's the stamps that go with it. And I just noticed that it says, to a great guy. I've seen a lot of masculine type cards lately. So maybe I'll bring you one of those. Do you guys ever need masculine cards? Hi, Denise. Then here is that Fabulous Sayings set. This is that product of the month stamp set that you can get for $5 if you put in a $75 order. And then I just love this font. And you've got these decorative fonts, and then you've got these standard fonts down here that you can mix and match. So it says, happy birthday, you're on my mind, thank you, sending love, hello, and you can do anything. And so much hooray to a fabulous friend just because, and there are simply no words for this. So an all-around great sentiment set, $5. And then also we're going to be using this brand new Stone and Vine 3D embossing folder. And that's it, really. It's a pretty simple card compared to the other cards that I usually make, but I still think it's great. Okay, so Jen went and stalked Andrea Sargent and gave us this information. She lives in the beautiful southern hills of Adelaide, South Australia. So she's Australian. All right. So to begin with, we're going to begin with a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, and then we scored it in half on the long side at 4.25. So it makes a standard card base, and this is peach pie. And then we have 2 white panels, and the smallest one goes on the inside. It's our standard, and I lost my little stickies, but this is our standard size. It's 4 by 5.25, and we're going to adhere this to the inside of our card base just to get it out of our hair. If I can get my glue to cooperate. Come on, glue. Oh, don't you love it when that happens? None comes out, and then it all comes out. Now I'm just using my finger, which means I'm going to be sticky for the rest of the night. And this goes on the inside. There we go. And then we have a panel that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. It's basic white, and that's going to be the first mat on the front of our card. And I'm working on the recipe, so I'm not sure if I am going to get it posted tonight, but if not, I will post it tomorrow sometime. So you really don't have to worry about these measurements too much. And this is 1/8 of an inch larger than our normal size, and it's just going to give us that tiny peach pie border on our card front. All right, and then next we're going to take another peach pie panel that is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. I'll put that over there. And we're going to adhere this. Oh man, I should have started another way, but I've already done it. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay. So this is a peach pie panel, and it's going to go centered over our card base. And I'm using that little bit of slidey time to get it as centered as I can. Every time I look at it, it looks crooked, but we're going to go with that. And what I was saying was, I should have started here because we are going to, this is a piece of watercolor paper that is 4 3/8 by 3 1/8. I'm going to put that there. And I should have started there because we're going to be getting this a little bit wet. Now, that is not what I need. Where's my peach pie? Give me a second. Did I put it back? Let's see. Did I put my peach pie back? No, of course I didn't. Where is my peach pie? It's got to be here somewhere. Hold on. Talks amongst yourselves. Okay. Oh, it's right here, right in front of my eyes. I was going to tell you a story of something that happened to me this weekend. But let me get, now, I promise you, I'll just get another one. I have it here somewhere. I know I do. I need my water pen. And it's not this one. It's a different one. And it was just here. Let me get another one. The only problem is now I need water in it. All right. I'll be right back. Real quick. So in the olden days, remember when I used to set up in the kitchen area here at work, and if I didn't have what I needed, then I would run to get it. And I told you that's when everybody would take a drink. And you had your drink of choice, with you. So I was just remembering that in the old days, that's what would have happened. Everybody would have taken a drink because I needed to run and get water. All right, so what I'm doing here, instead of putting water in my pen, I just got a little cup of water here and I'm dipping this. And then I'm using that to get my panel a little bit wet. And now I'm going to squeeze my ink pad to get some ink on that lid, like that. And now I can use my lid to pick up some ink. And I'm just going to do a quick brush, water, what's this called? Water, it's called something. Wash, a quick wash down this panel. And what I'm hoping to do is create an ombre effect where it's darker at the top, and then as we go down, it gets lighter. So I'm just going over this top area with more ink. And I may have to squeeze some more in, depending on how dark I need it. Hey, Anita. Peach pie, yes. All right, that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more. All right, we're gonna call that good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to get rid of this water because I feel impending doom. And I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to grab my base. And then while this is still a little bit wet, I'm going to go ahead and emboss this. With the 3D embossing folders, you get a pretty good, you usually get a very good embossing with just the 3D embossing folder. Hold on, I gotta find my... Nothing is where I need it to be tonight. So the sandwich, when you're using a 3D embossing folder, is the base, and then this number 4 plate, the gray number 4 plate. And so what I was saying, we're going to do it while it's still damp from the watercoloring, and that should give us a very deep embossing using this 3D embossing folder. And even on your ordinary embossing folders, if you will take your panel that you want to use and lightly rub like a baby wipe across it before you emboss it, it will give you a really good detailed embossing. You get it slightly wet, and a baby wipe is good to use on your panel, and then you get this really good effect. All right, so that's our panel there. Let's bring this back over. And now this should fit in this spot. Again, very thin border all the way around. Here we go. I love this brand new embossing folder. It's called Stone and Vine 3D. And it just pops. It just pops off the page. All right, so let me tell you something. In the month of January, I have gotten in trouble. I'm going to say gotten in trouble, not really in trouble, but for being loud. Now, I know I'm loud. Come on, I know it. But usually I don't get in trouble for it. So one of the times I play pickleball with my Sunday group, and then we always go out to lunch, or not lunch, breakfast. After we play early in the morning, and then we go out to breakfast. And one of the ladies I was with said, "You're being too loud," because I was laughing. And I know I have a loud laugh. I know, it's no secret. And but I was like, really? You know, it's not like we haven't done this forever. Anyway, so that happened. So I had to try and be quiet. And then we had bunko with my high school friends, and my wife had a headache, and I was being extremely loud again, laughing and clapping. Okay, hold on. I'll finish the story. This is that die cut, again, that large leaf, and I've die cut it once out of basic white and once out of the two-tone Secret C cardstock, 12 by 12 cardstock. And so you can see that this two-tone, let's see, maybe like this. This two-tone is darker on one side and lighter on the other. Well, I cut it out on this side, but I'm going to use the reverse side because I want the leaves to orient on my card a different direction than the white. But I am going to add some more shading using a blending brush on these leaves. And so I'm going to do some ink blending here, just lightly. And anyway, so she was like, Manuel, you're being too loud. And I was like, what? And okay, and so then this weekend on Thursday and Friday before the snowstorm, I went to a crop, and I was the only guy there. It was a room full of lots of ladies. And anyway, I had brought my my class card kit stuff to work on that and create kits for my class that I'm having, which I had to reschedule. And I was working on that, and we were sitting. I was sitting with my friend Janae, and then the other people that we were sitting with, I did not know, and neither did Janae, I don't think. And anyway, they were just fun and funny, and it was great. It was a great time we were having, and one of the ladies comes up to me. I was laughing. I was being loud, I promise you. That's not hard to believe, right? And she goes, you are being very loud. She walks up to me in front of everybody and says, you're being very loud. Can you laugh quieter? And I just looked at her and I was like, I'll try. I'm not very good at that. All right, so this is a little bit of petal pink that I'm brushing on the white. Just the tips of the leaves here, lightly again. Just to add some interest here, I think is what Andrea was thinking. And when I used this before, I didn't clean my brush very well, and so mine on my other one turned out really dark, but then I decided I kind of liked it. There are no oopsies in crafting. They're just opportunities for creativity. Anyway, so that's the third time in January of 2026 that I've been told to be quiet. Oh, thank you, Janice. Yeah, Janice was sitting just down from me, so. Yes. All right. So now we've got our layers, we've got our background built. Now we're ready to make this really pretty looking. Oh, I've got one more thing that I need to do. Let's move this out of the way. So I cut this on the dark side the normal way, but we are going to flip it over and use the reverse side so that this goes off this way and this one goes off that way. I don't know if I made that clear. And then we're going to take some, let's see, is that still, yeah, that's really, I'm going to be a mess. I'm going to get this everywhere. And I'm the only one here today. Not today, but right now at work. So I can be as loud as I want to be. Where's my water? So on a block here, I've squeezed some white ink, and now I'm just adding water to it to make it thinner, because you know our white craft ink is very thick. And all I'm going to do is splatter on top of this Secret Sea leaf. You wouldn't have to do this, but it does add. And I noticed that she did it, so that's why I'm doing it. All right, that's good. Let's see if this is wet enough. I'm going to clean this all up real quick. I love having a glass mat because you can make this big mess and then you can just wipe it all away. So it's a good thing that the storm was coming because I left Friday. I left early Friday, and that lady didn't have to hear me laughing anymore. All right, now we are ready. All right, I'm just gonna not worry about getting anything on that. All right, so I'm gonna adhere this flat. And right before I went live, I knocked everything off my desk. So, so I'm not going to use my little fine tip glue gun like I normally would. I'm just going to add a little bit of dots along the back of this die cut. I don't want to do it all the way down because I kind of want the leaves to be able to fluff up. And so this is going to be, and our card sizes are different from the Australian card size. And so hers is a little bit different. But what I'm going to do is I want this one to come down here, because I want to create a space better than I did on my example card for this sentiment. So hopefully I put enough on here to hold this in place. I put some. There we go. It's kind of how I want that to happen. And then I'm going to glue this one down. Thanks, guys. I know you guys love me. And I do know that I am loud. I couldn't deny it. I was being loud. I was laughing. The lady next to me was hysterical. We weren't just having a good time laughing. All right, now this one, we want to go off in the other direction. Just trying to keep the stems a little bit together. And then after that dries a little bit, I'm going to curl up the leaves. All right? Oh my gosh. I'm not going to tell you what I've done. I am not going to tell you what I've done. Can you guess what I've done? You guys are too nice. I need to stamp the sentiment. And so I've got it mounted on my block here. And I am going to just heat emboss it because I figured that this card was super quick. Pretty quick for Tiger Stamp Club standards. Oh, Hold on. Crisis narrowly avoided here. I forgot to use my embossing buddy, and I've got ink everywhere. Let me get that out of the way. You guys have all been around me. You guys know I laugh a lot. Why not, right? That's the whole purpose of being together. Did I? I can't remember if I did this. All right. Goodness. Now I'm ready. Okay. I'm using one of our printer error paper printouts for my embossing powder catcher. We're going to emboss this in white. I like how nicely that embossed on there. So let me pour this all back in here. You know, I have a tray from Stampin' Up, but I don't like using it because if you switch colors of powder, it's hard to get that tray clean. And so then what ends up happening is that you start you know, your inks get mixed up together and it's not good. All right. So let me bring over my heat emboss tool. It's going to get loud. There we go. And now we're going to fussy cut that out. And I watched a video of someone that took the stamp, like this one, like what's on here, and they put it on their cardstock, and they took a pencil and outlined around the stamp, and then that gave them a line to fussy cut around, and it looked really good when they did it, and I tried it, and I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get my pencil to cooperate. I was like, So yeah, I'm gonna just concentrate here. It's hard to fussy cut and talk at the same time. I guess you could leave it square, but I like the organic look of the fussy cutting. And you know, if artisan Andrea Sargent does it, So, guys, what'd you do during the worst days of this winter storm? Did you read? I am on my 11th book during the month of January. You're like, what? Well, I am constantly listening to a book, an audible book, usually. And yeah, I am on my 11th one this month. Let me see, do I have any? Okay, got some big ones and some little ones. So on my example card that I did, it kind of looked, let me see if I can point it out. It's, actually, it's not so bad now. It just kind of looked like I didn't have it propped up nicely. So I was gonna go overboard with this one. Can I fit another one on there? Ha. And this sentiment says, you're on my mind. So this would be a really good card to send to somebody to let them know that you're thinking of them. All right, now with my fingers, man, I've got the inky fingers tonight. I'm just gonna, with my fingers, just kind of curl up these leaves, the ends of these leaves, just to give it a little lift. There we go. Oh, don't forget these. Oh, you guys are gonna die when you find out what I've done here, but I will fix it. All right, now for the cutest little embellishments that we've had in a while are these ladybug garden epoxy shapes. And you've got some ladybugs, of course, and then you've got some just clear epoxy dots. You've got two different sizes of those. And so we're gonna put some ladybugs on. See if this will come off with my, no, I didn't think so. So I'm gonna have to use my scissors to get these off. There we go. And we're gonna put one here. Here. We're going to put one, oops, come back to me. There. On my example card, I didn't get these leaves low enough, so it looks like my ladybug is just hanging on for dear life. So that's why I wanted this one to, I pulled this side of this Secret Sea leaf down. All right, so in no time, we have a very beautiful card that you're going to send to somebody you love that will let them know that you're thinking of it. Now, are you ready to, hey, Diana, thank you. See what I've done? I put it on backwards. I'm going to fix it. Let's see. Is this the right? So that's 5.5. No, it's not. No, it's not. Give me a second. I got to grab another piece of peach pie. Have you guys ever done that before? I've got my trimmer off to the side here real quick. Let me get this to where I can fix my mistake. All right, very quickly, I've got another card base here. Have you guys done this before? So now what I'm going to do, let me bring my trimmer over, is I'm just going to trim this off all along that score line, which should be at 4.25. And now all I have to do is adhere it to this brand new card base, and everything will be fine. So I chose this card because, first of all, I think it's pretty, and I really wanted an occasion to use these cute little ladybugs. And it shows off this brand new embossing folder, which is just so cool. And I don't use that peach pie very often, but I really like it. Yeah, so all I need to do now, since I cut off this, yeah, that's not going to fit inside there, is I'm just going to cut another piece of basic white and put it on the inside. And crisis narrowly averted, and this is ready to go to somebody you love. Now, remember, if you've commented during tonight's, yeah, that's a good idea, Jill. Wish you many unexpected blessings. Yes, it'd be that would have worked. But can you imagine getting a card like this in the mail, and the end, and hopefully, I think I'm back. So that's why we do what we do. That's why we spend all this time making cards. It's not only the fun and the creativity of making a card, it's how you're going to make that person feel who receives one of your cards. So here's my challenge to you. Make a card this week and send it to somebody. Send it to somebody and make their day. Now, I'm going to clean up here a little bit, go wash my hands. Oh, let me show you something. If I have it here really quickly to show you. I have these scrubbers called Scrubby. I got them off Amazon. And when your hands get really inky and messed up like this, this scrubby soap pad will get that ink right off. And anyway, just wanted to, since I'm going to be using that, I thought I would show you to you. Let me clean up here. I will go through the comments, and then if you've shared tonight, please make sure you let me know. Make a comment that you've shared. Hi, Leah. And then I will put your name in twice for sharing. And pretty soon, this card will be on the way to one of you. Thanks for being here, guys. I will see you next time for another great card. Bye.